Since the mid-1960s, Medicare has helped older adults pay medical bills. Until now, however, Medicare has not covered prescription drugs. That has changed. Medicare now offers prescription drug coverage, often called Medicare Part D. Between now and mid-May, everyone on Medicare has to decide whether this new drug coverage is right for them.
Rising health care costs are making life more uncertain for today's older adults. While new drugs help people live longer with a better quality of life, prescription drugs can be more expensive than fixed incomes can accommodate.
Medicare Part D is a voluntary program that offers individuals the opportunity to have prescription drug coverage for the first time. Individuals who take a lot of medications, and unfortunately that is a high majority of Medicare beneficiaries. Individuals who have drug costs that exceed more than about $200 a month would benefit from enrolling in a Medicare Part D plan. It will save them approximately half the cost of their medications.
To get the financial benefits of Medicare Part D, you must decide which coverage plan will work best for you. Keep in mind that if you decide to wait to enroll until after the May 15th deadline, you could incur a penalty.
I think that a lot of my friends are really confused, even though they may be on the computer and so on. They still have found it difficult to comprehend what they're seeing, what actually is going to be the best plan for them.
If you are on Medicare or caring for someone on Medicare, there is help online at www.medicare.gov. You can also call Medicare at 1-800-633-4227 or Georgia Cares at the Atlanta Regional Commission at 1-800-669-8387.
I went to Medicare.gov, and then there's a site there. It says find a prescription drug plan. So right away you can see what the cheapest plans are for you. And then you can click 3 different plans. So that helps, to be able to see which plan actually is the cheapest, what that estimated cost is going to be, and what your estimated monthly copays are going to be.
For individuals with limited incomes and resources, extra help may be available to help pay for the costs of Medicare prescription drug coverage.
Well, I had a friend that I talked to this morning, actually, and she had gone for the first time to get her medications under the Medicare Part D, and she was so happy. She said that she was just amazed actually at the amount of money that she had saved, and she felt like she had saved over $100 this morning with this prescription drug plan. So I think that's good news.
This installment of The Shape of Things to Come has focused on the growing older adult population in the Atlanta region and some of the ways that baby boomers can prepare for the second half of their lives as they leave the world of full-time work and explore new opportunities. Anyone looking for inspiration should look no further than the life of Martha Eaves, a union organizer turned aging advocate. Martha spent the last 20 years of her life until her death last year at the age of 88 as a tireless advocate for funding for aging programs to help keep Georgia's older adults independent and in their communities. Once in a great while, there comes a person who engages others with such passion and force, she captures the hearts and minds of all who know her and makes our world a better place.
She was known under the Gold Dome as simply Martha. That's because at one time or another, Martha Eaves touched almost everyone at the state capitol in her role as an irrepressible, unpaid advocate for Georgia's seniors. Because of her tireless efforts, more seniors in Georgia have the resources they need to live longer, more independent lives. Her contributions went beyond the state of Georgia. I appointed Martha to the White House Conference on Aging, where she influenced national policy. Martha's passion was contagious, and senior citizens of Georgia benefited from her efforts.
She was 88 years old, but all of us who knew her, didn't even think about her age.
She was so caring. She was such a fine human being that her age ceased to be an obstacle through which people viewed her.
folks will talk about conference committee, and conference committee on the budget meets until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and over the weekend, and man, Martha was here every time they met.
Every day when you get off that elevator on the 3rd floor, you saw Martha sitting right in front of you. That was her desk. She had all her paperwork up under the chair. Martha would not move from that spot.
Martha was especially concerned about funding for services that could keep older citizens in their homes and independent as long as possible.
There was no one at the Capitol who was more devoted to getting out information about the real nature of what was happening to senior citizens in the state of Georgia.
If there was something to read or know more about the program, any of the programs that she was supporting, she would read and learn and know.
The legislators had a tremendous amount of respect for her. Plus, they had a tremendous amount of fear from her because she would let them know exactly what she thought. When Martha read that bill, she could tell you right there that there was some hidden provisions in there that were going to kill that bill or have another bill attached to it. That's how brilliant she was when it come down to legislative work.
She represented the best of what citizens can do when they get involved with government.
I mean, Martha was there saying, come on, you can do it. I do it. I'm just, an ordinary citizen, and you can do it too.
She found a way through the force of her positive personality to cut through the barriers that sometimes prevent some people from being heard and made her voice heard.
She was so passionate about allowing Georgia's elderly to live independently, to be able to live every year to the fullest. She was so appreciative, as all of us are, for all of the sacrifices that our seniors have made. We stand on their shoulders.
She could look any senior in the face and say, I did what I could for you.
The power of one to engage others can never be underestimated. Martha Eaves did it beautifully, and we are all better off because of her.
I'm glad I don't cover the state capitol anymore, because it would break my heart to come off those elevators and not see her sitting there.
Thank you for joining us for Atlanta, the shape of things to come. For more information about programs and services for older adults and how you can live better, longer, visit the Atlanta Regional Commission's website at www.atlantaregional.com or call ARC's Age-Wise Connection at 404-463-3333.